Hi guys, this is my last video for today. Over the past few weeks, we have been communicating with each other via email. And in those communications, it has become painfully obvious to me that some of you have probably never been taught how to write an email. So I feel like this is an excellent learning opportunity to teach you guys how you should write a proper email. So what you have on the screen in front of you is an email window. If you are using your Prince William County email address, then you are emailing using Outlook, which is the window that we have in front of us. Now, you may have clicked on a link, maybe in Student View, to email me, and that window has opened this up, and my email address is automatically populated in the to line. But if it's not, you may need to actually type in the person's name that you're emailing. And in this instance, we're going to use me as an example since you guys have been sending me emails. Now, it's important to think of an email like a letter and think back to your lessons, maybe in elementary school or sixth grade, about the formatting of letters. And you essentially follow that format. You have a to line that has the person's name that you are emailing, and then you need a subject. A subject is very important, and I've noticed that a number of you guys are not putting subjects into your emails. Please take the time to write a subject into your email. The subject tells your reader what you are emailing them about. Okay, it kind of gives them a heads up. All right, so that when you open up the email, the reader knows what to expect. So in this instance, we're pretending I'm a student sending Mrs. Collis an email, and I have a question for Mrs. Collis about retakes. Okay? All right. Now, after we put the subject into the line, the next thing that you need is a greeting. Okay? Don't just dive into your question. Instead, take time to say hi to Mrs. Collis. Okay? Think of it as a letter. You don't have to, and it's important also to remember that an email is not a text. An email is a more formal way of communicating with someone. Therefore, you need to have these conventions so that you do not appear to be rude, right? So, in the email, you need to have a greeting. You could say, "Dear Mrs. Collis." I think that's probably the most formal way that you could go. I'm happy if you guys send me something that's a little less informal. So, it could be something as simple as, "Hi, Mrs. Collis." All right. Next, before diving right into your question, you should do kind of like an introduction. Okay? It's a way to let your reader know that you're thinking about them, and you're not. It's not just all about getting your question answered. Okay, so let's say my introduction is something like, "I hope you are doing well during this time." Very short and sweet and simple. Okay, now I can ask my question. Okay, I had a question about one of my assignments. Is it possible to retake the grammar quiz? If so, can you tell me? Hold on, let's say this. If it is, can you tell me how to complete it? Now I've asked my question. Then you want to give a closing. Okay? So you say something like, "Thank you for your help." Okay? So, and then you end it with your name. Your email should contain all of these elements. Notice, even with all of these elements, my email is only 4 lines long. It doesn't need to be an epic essay here, okay? So even with just adding these few little words and tweaks, your email will come across sounding professional, polite, nice, and your reader me, most likely, will be way more accepting of what you're saying to me. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks again and take care of each other.